This week we're going to be focusing on our community missions. One of our challenges as we look at the needs of our community is oftentimes being overwhelmed by the needs. Yes, the needs are overwhelming, but we know we serve with a very awesome God who has the power, the ability to work through us to do His powerful work. Now, one of the things I pray that you'll do this week as you are thinking about your own community is maybe talk to some people who live in your neighborhood, people in your church, to begin thinking a little bit beyond your own scope, your own perspective, your own awareness of what's going on in your community. One of the things that I think will happen is you'll find that many Christians, many other churches are doing some great work for the kingdom. What an opportunity we have as Christians to pray for them, to support them, to maybe be a part of what they're doing in ministry as well. So learn about some of the community ministries that are going on right there in your own town, your own city, and then see where there are needs not being met and begin praying if there's something the Lord is laying on your heart that you could do personally, that your family could do together, that your church, the women's ministry, could do right there in your own city, and the Lord will begin to help you to develop a plan for doing that. I pray that the Lord will do two things in your heart and mind this week as you focus on community missions, and that is help you to see the great things that are going on for the Lord in your town, but also challenge you to step out and to meet some of those needs. I am so grateful to live in a city like New Orleans that has many needs. I mean, I imagine most of you think about New Orleans and think of Mardi Gras and the craziness of Bourbon Street and all that's going on there. But there are so many powerful ministries going on in our city. I'm grateful here at our own seminary for a wonderful program called Mission Lab that organizes mission trips, mission efforts for churches. Lots of them are youth groups from around the country who come and stay on our campus, and then Mission Lab organizes for them a week of doing ministry in the city of New Orleans. And it makes a powerful impact. They go in not only and meet some unmet needs, but they work alongside some of the ministries in our city and really help them with extra hands and feet and extra passion and excitement. So I'm grateful for that program called Mission Lab here at the seminary. I'm also grateful for a program at our church, First Baptist of New Orleans, that's called Care Effect. And it's an amazing ministry that mobilizes men and women of our church to go into the community doing a variety of ministries, primarily on Wednesday nights, but also through the week. We serve food at feeding stations to the homeless. We go into juvenile detention centers and teach Bible studies and mentor those young people. We have a group of ladies who pray and go to Bourbon Street and minister to the women who are involved in that entertainment business in the French Quarter. We have English as a second language. We do a food pantry for the community school, the elementary school. So there's just so many ministries that our church is doing as we love our city. And that is what God calls us to do as Christians, is to be busy right where we live, sharing the gospel and meeting needs. Now, one of the things I want you to consider this week as we discuss community missions is how will you literally identify some of the needs in your community? Well, let me remind you that your pastor is a wonderful resource for you. You may have a minister of missions. That person would be a wonderful resource to you because they're learning all the times about needs, but they also know through associational work about other ministries that are going on. But you know, right there in your church, you may have some social workers who are a member of your church, or teachers, principals, and they'll many times know about the needs of the children or the needs of others in your area. So let them be good help for you, good resources for you, and better understanding the needs of your community. I know you will be overwhelmed by the needs. No matter how large or small your town, your city is, there are so many needs. But let's not be overwhelmed to the point that we're paralyzed. Let's be overwhelmed to the point that we're prayerful and burdened, and then we begin doing something. And how wonderful to know that when we come together as Christians, we work with the power of the Holy Spirit and can accomplish so much more, not only with His power, but in working together. So this week, we'll be able to look more intentionally at our communities, the ministries that are taking place to meet needs, but also the unmet needs that the Lord may want to reach through us. I pray you will be His hands and feet in your own community this week. God bless.